this might be good for them. They might be able to make it the rest of the way now.
And this is a kind of, if you will, exhibition race. Now, the plan is for the new NASRA series is to avoid these types of pit stops, one sets of tires on the race, and try to do like 100, 150 lap races, or even special triple segments like you've got coming up at Talladega.
Yeah, this schedule is extremely unorthodox, and I am so excited for it. We got road courses. We're going to be at the Roval. We're going to be up in Canada at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. And we'll also be back at another super speedway with Talladega with the triple night feature. So, there's lots of stuff here this season that I'm personally excited for, and I'm sure all the guys are too.
And by the way, speaking of Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, quick reminder, the Northwest Truck Series will be in action tomorrow night, 11:15 Eastern Time on, actually 11:45 Eastern Time on LSR TV, with coverage of the trucks from Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. A whole bunch of great things happening with your leader, your home for sim racing, LSR TV, as well as on the CRN Sports Network. Quick timeout. After a cycle of pit stops, Peyton Howell will come back out in P1. More from Daytona in a moment as we continue with the exhibition race for the NASRA Outlaw Super Late Model Series.
They say everything is bigger. These guys down in Texas aren't messing around. This feature race will separate the boys from the men, the girls from the ladies. Can you handle racing 300 laps for $25,000? It's not as easy as you think. We don't stop to tow those too weak. We just push them out of the way. We don't run 20 laps. We run 300 each night. We don't care about what you and your boys have under the hood. Bring all you got. Don't be scared. Call my Cowboy Jack today to get signed up. It all goes down on October 2nd and 3rd in Mesquite, Texas, just outside of Dallas. Kenny Wallace is coming back this year to try again. You don't have excuses. Go to LoneStar600.com now.
$17 of 50 laps back here at Daytona. Just closing in on halfway in another 8 laps or so. As the lights are off of the pace car, we'll get ready for a restart. Also after pit stops. Now, we saw pit stops here at Daytona tonight, Derek, for the exhibition race, but unless they decide to pit, it's not going to be mandatory for the series to do it for these special 15-race series.
Some of the longer races, they will have to pit for fuel. On average, these cars, depending on the track size, will go about 70 laps, give or take, on each track. So any race that's over that, we may see them have to take gas, at least to top up.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so we're ready. So at least a minimum of at least one pit stop, if anything.
Yeah.
As we get ready to come back for a restart again off turn 2. Back straightaway, Peyton Howell back out in front. He and LaBeouf were battling most of the way before LaBeouf had the caution come out on him for the second time. We've had 2 yellows so far in this exhibition race here at Daytona. We had about a 6-7 car pile up, the big one on lap number 4, if you will, so far. And then a moment ago, Brady LaBeouf spinning in the infield after contact on the back straightaway, thinking netcode problems on the number 13. And now that has put him back in 16th mired. 1 car a lap down, that is also Chad Grant. He will get the free pass if the caution is to come out again. As Peyton Howell leads the way, here comes Zeems looking for the lead. The man out of New York on the outside in 2.
Yeah, and they're stacked right up there on the outside. They're going to have all the momentum they need here if 21 can't get up to the 14.
New leader. Zeems out in front. the Outlaw Esports. McConey set up sharp entry from West Seneca, New York, leading. Kenny Zeems, Howell falling back to second. Tucker now going to second of the 9 car, and here comes also the battle with Howell and Bradley off of turn 4.
You know, it's funny, we're seeing that same three-way battle that we seen last Thursday night in the ARCA series between Howell, Tucker, and Ellison. Those guys are going hard at it in every series they're running together.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What a show they put on in the Pocono event. And by the way, the Josh White ARCA series, trouble, front straight, back straightaway. Oh, no, he got turned. Brett Tucker into the outside wall, spinning backwards down the back straightaway. Collects Bradley and a host of other cars. Caution out again for the 3rd time at Daytona.
I'm not sure if Red has used his quick repair yet, but he did stay out on that last caution, so he may have. But it looks like actually his teammate, Keith Bradley, just got into him a little bit unsquare, and that was all it took.
What a tough break. Here's a look at the replay. Wow. Watch the back straightaway. We were hyping up what a show they put on the other night. And then all comes unglued. At 55 spun, we didn't even see that. We didn't even see the 55 spin. That was a secondary caution. Let's show the 9 getting into the concrete, flying through the air, and then literally Ricky Bobby in it down the back straightaway for at least, 200 yards down the super stretch. Watch this. Up and over LaBeouf. In the air, comes back down. Bradley's crashed. He got up on the wheel hop on the retaining wall a little bit. And then look at this. The 9 in reverse. Hey, buddy, you're going the wrong way.
Yeah, that was, I don't know if they're going to have any words with each other, their teammates. He was trying to help them there, and it's not intentional. These things happen, and these guys are still getting used to these cars on the super speedways. They're not exactly what they're used to, and that's showing tonight. Those guys did a really good job there mid-pack to avoid things and minimize the carnage for sure.
Under yellow, 4th time. 5 to halfway. Cars are coming to pit road. Bradley is. You also got Adamson on pit road, Apgar on pit road, Catalano, Zimmerman, LaBeouf, Tucker, Ellison. All cars that have been damaged in one time or another in this race. 4 to halfway coming for service. 21 of 50. And craziness ensues on the back straightaway. What a spiel, what a tough break there for the 9 of Rhett Tucker. Rhett Tucker, Keith Bradley, all involved. Craziness here at Daytona.
These just have a quick repair. It looks like they're getting manual damage fixed. So that means they're just going to have to go out there and salvage whatever they can.
Now, what is the difference between the quick repair and the manual damage?
The quick repair is an instant fix. You go into pit lane, and as soon as you touch that pit lane or your pit stall, you basically refresh with a brand new race car. But you only get that once. So if you get into another wreck, it all depends on how much damage you sustained in the wreck. So it could be anywhere between, a 40-second repair to a 30-minute repair. So we really don't know what those guys are up against right now. We'll see if they can get back out there before the green flag, but you won't know until we see them roll out.
World of Thunder tonight, 10:30 Eastern on LSR TV, your home of sim racing. Kenny Zeems out in front. Peyton Howell in that number 2 spot. There's the 6 and 11. Gabriel Ellison 3rd. And that's the way they stand. Back with more from Daytona on LSR TV and CRN Sports in a moment. back here at Daytona. We're closing in on halfway in this exhibition race under the sanction of NASRA, the North American Sim Racing Association. Follow them at NASRA, at Facebook, coming up soon on Twitter and Instagram. Derek Fulton is joining us, the president of the Outlaw Super Late Model Series, this exhibition race here tonight at Daytona. Remember, next Wednesday night, it's for real. Race 1 of a 15-race point series. Green in the air, they're back in the gas. We have less than 30 laps to go here at Daytona. Kenny Zeems to the point. The New York native roars to turn 1 with Hole on the outside.
He's got Gabriel Ellison right behind him, and I think that's his dad in third. So those guys are going to try to get hooked up there at the front. But if Gabe's going to work with them, then they'll probably stay with him as well. So
we'll see how they negotiate right now. The back straightaway on the super stretch with Kenny Zeems, Ellison, Howell, Ken Zeems to the inside. Tarasenko with a 21. Off the corner, bottom of the racetrack. Look at Matthew Lee starting to stick his nose in the battle. Look at that gray entry, number 04. A couple other cars coming across the line.
Yeah, a guy like Matthew.
And that's actually Dustin Scruggs in the 12. That's actually Dustin Scruggs in the 12 car. My apologies.
Yeah, it looks like Matt saved his stuff. I don't know if he had to use his quick repair in that early wreck, but I think he saved his stuff, and now he's got the lead draft, so we'll see him up there probably for the rest of the race unless something happens.
I didn't even know that Matt Lee was involved in that wreck. Look at Scruggs to the inside. Looking at the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make a move. Thought better of it. He's down to the inside of LaBeouf. Look who's back up there again. Brady LaBeouf in 13. Rhett Tucker starting to get a climb as well, along with Keith Bradley. They're starting to climb back after they had their faults on the backstretch. The most recent caution. 3 to halfway. Zeems leads them through the corner. Back to turn 1.
They're 2 by 2.
Zeems, Ellison, yeah.
For that
look at that
spot, you can throw a blanket on him right now. I'm really keeping my eye on that 21 car there, Jason Tarasenko. He had a really strong night in Dover there for our practice race on Sunday, and he basically raced his way into this with free entry with the win on that event. So he's definitely looking to cash in double tonight.
Kenny Zeems still leading the way. You're right in on board now with it looks like Tarasenko that you're referring to as Scruggs passes him. So does Ellison and Howell. Down in the turn number 1, they come back, or excuse me, back to the tri-oval. 2 to halfway. Zeems out in front. What a run he's got. The Zeems family continuing to flip-flop 1 and 2, along with Gabriel Ellison, Pocono Josh White Truck Series, or the ARCA winner last Thursday night, trying to make a move there as they exit off of turn number 2 to the back straightaway.
They're putting on a good show here, you know, giving each other lots of room, do what they got to do to make these passes happen. But giving each other lots of room, making sure they don't use up that final quick repair for most of these guys at this point.
Watching them as they go to the back straightaway. The Zeems family still out in front. The natives out of West Seneca, New York, in the 6 and 90 for Apgar Esports and McConey Setup Shop. Back to the bottom of the racetrack, the outside lane. Here comes Gabriel Ellison. He'll carry Dustin Scruggs with him to the bottom. Single file, the Zeems family, 1 and 2. And then it's 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Back to the back straightaway. Coming to halfway, this time by